The Red Bull Rant is a free-flowing conversation amongst three lifelong wackos that may contain adult language. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome, my friends, to the show never ends. This is the Red Bull Rant podcast. I'm your host, Jason Pico.
I'm doing this now. I'm Pat McDonald.
Yeah, there you are. And I'm Truman, and this is episode 511, the really big Knicks World Cup, the Red Bulls kind of still exist episode with Pat.
I'm Lucky Day. I'm Ned Niederlander. I'm Dusty Bottoms. So together we're the Three Amigos.
Yeah, we're going to demonetize quickly this episode.
That's all right.
not that we're getting not that we're monetized on YouTube anyway, but I feel like that clip would definitely get us copyright infringement. All right, that's back. We're here to talk about the. We are going to quickly talk about the Red Bulls, but we got to talk about, more importantly, the United States and the World Cup, because it started today, the World Cup, and the U.S. plays tomorrow night. Let's quickly get through the Red Bulls game. It's been like 2 weeks now, so we're not going to talk much about it. Red Bulls with a surprise 2-1 win at Sporting Kansas City, giving Truman 3 goddamn points in the prediction standings.
Pat, I'm never giving the belt up, ever. It's going to live with me for the rest of my life. I'm taking it to my grave.
Right,
he now has a 6-point lead, 8-2 after like half the season.
So sad. It's been so pathetic with our predictions. It's the only reason I have this massive, unstoppable lead.
Do you have the fan thoughts on this kind of stuff?
There was none, so we can move on from that.
Fair enough.
Because everyone's happy, right?
As no joy, as history has proven, joy means no posts.
So while I download this voicemail, why don't we give our thoughts, and I'll play this after, because I forgot to download it before we started recording. Pat, since you're back real quick, what do you dislike the most about this one?
I dislike that it's been 2 weeks,
That's
and
right.
I don't really remember what happened.
That's right. I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, they had a fucking game. That's right. They did play. It's so bad. I forgot who scored. I had to look it up. I was like, oh yeah, Ruvel Cabra had both goals.
Yeah.
And I was actually singing his praises the week before, and saying if he can, continue to put in some, goals, he's going to be huge. And here he is. I mean, beating a shit team. But this isn't even dislike. This is just us talking about the game, like beating shit teams. If they beat shit teams, they'll be in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Which we didn't know was going to happen this year, right? You beat the crap teams, you get in.
Mm-hmm. If you're the best of the worst, you can sneak into the playoffs. Yeah.
Right. That's at least
especially when 9 out of 16 make it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, we're talking about Kansas City was bad. They proved themselves to be bad.
Yeah, they're not having a good season. So, but hey, when you can pull off a road win on the West, it's always a positive.
Right. Yep. 100%. And it leaves the team with a positive taste in the fans' mouths. You had a great 3 wins and a draw going into the break, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Last 4 was 3 in a draw. I almost pulled out the Major League winning streak soundbite, but they had to get that stupid draw before I was going to use it.
Yeah.
Hey, what do you know? A game I went to, because they can't win when I go to Red Bull Arena.
We're going to talk more about you not being able to do stuff later. I'll just say it sucks that we gave up a goal, because that's how bad Kansas City is, but that we still gave up a goal. Because for some reason we can't do shutouts. It's not a thing.
They do not do that.
Yeah.
Right. Real quick, I'll play this voicemail from Taxi. Thankfully, he's not attacking me this time. My prediction.
Hey guys, it's Taxi. It was actually a very good win on Saturday. Actually, surprisingly, Ruvalcaba and Julian Hart played very well. If they play like that, we can actually consistently get wins both home and on the road. And a couple of other forwards and midfield can actually coexist together. And our defending actually didn't look bad, and our goalie, Horvath, played. He looked well and actually had a couple of really good saves. If we can consistently do that, we can actually win some games both on the home and the road. And I know it's Kansas City, but still, if we keep playing like that, we can actually get consistent wins and draws. And here's a surprising one. I was watching the season 5 this season of Enter Wrexham. There's a goalie that was in episode 2 of this year. He was in the championship, and he's actually on the second episode of this year's Enter Wrexham that we acquired. If you watch the episode, you'll see him, and you'll recognize which goalie it is if you watch this season. You guys have a nice holiday weekend. Right now it'll be over if you get this message. And hopefully you enjoy the World Cup break. I'll be definitely going to a couple of matches for the World Cup. Yeah, nothing is ever cheap for this World Cup. Hopefully some of the New York residents get those $50 tickets, and maybe Jersey will get some, and Connecticut and some other states, hopefully. You guys enjoy your summer, and we'll see you back after the World Cup. Go Red Bulls, man. Pass you out.
I want to know who he murdered to get those tickets, because that's the only explanation for getting tickets to the World Cup this year.
I'm going to guess he claimed to be a New York resident and stole the $50 tickets.
It had to have been like some kind of sneaky way, or, I mean, where's Portugal playing? I guess that's the only other... we're going to have to ask how he actually acquired these tickets and how much did he pay.
I know somebody who spent $10,000 on going to multiple matches for the World Cup this year. Yeah.
Oh my God!
I remember when the lottery came out and I looked at it. I'm like, I'm not paying $160 a piece.
I was willing.
No name came in Philly.
I was willing, but I did not get accepted.
If it was $150 for like lower level, okay, maybe. But no, it was the top level. Fuck this. I'm not going to Philly spending that much money that far away from the field. All right. Any other thoughts about this game? I know it's going to be really quick because we've got other stuff to get onto.
Yeah, I mean, I think like we said, it's a good positive feel. At least we're not feeling miserable about them going into the break, that there's some cause for hope going into the second half of the season. So, I don't know, think positive. It would be nice to just recover from last year's fucking shit fest. And Julian Hall continue playing fucking out of his mind, and Ruvalcaba comes back and he plays out of their mind, and if they're putting lots of balls in the goal, they're not going to worry about when they give up fucking set-piece goals over and over again. Maybe they'll just have to outscore them every game. Just score a shit ton of goals. Score 4 goals a game. They may actually win some of them.
I mean, that's how you win. You usually score more than the other team, right? So,
I mean, they got to pump them in. We're not going to win 1-0 games. We're going to have to win like 4-3 games here.
Yeah.
I'm curious about the advanced passing statistics, but other than that, the goals is probably more important.
The expected goals is actually the most important thing.
XG is the most important stat in all of soccer. Yes,
it's huge.
It's like they lost, but they shouldn't have.
They should have scored.
At least we got a new training facility that we opened up going into the break.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe our players will have that about a month, that new equipment and stuff, and come out a little better. Who knows? Let's get through this other stuff before we talk World Cup. So Red Bulls 2, up and down the last few matches, 3-1 loss at CT United, 1-1 draw, but win on penalty kicks at Carolina and Core, 4-0 loss at Chattanooga. Record is 7-3-3, 25 points, plus 6 goal difference, 7th in the Eastern Conference. Next match is this Sunday, 3 p.m. Well, they'll be at New England Revolution number 2. Gotham FC, 3-0 loss at Pachuca. So they finished the Women's Champions Cup in 4th place. 1-0 win at Houston, versus the Houston Dash, coming back to NWSL. It's their record at 6-3-2. 21 points, a +7 goal difference, 5th in the league. Next match is against, they will host KC Current on June 26th, 8 p.m. in the NWSL Challenge Cup Final. And I believe they're off until after July 4th. Do we want to talk F1 now or just push it till after?
Well, real quick about Gotham. Did you see where they're moving into?
Oh yeah, they're moving into the Red Bull's old training facility.
Yes, which is great. So they're taking, which is already a great facility, and that space is being used immediately. So that's great. Pat, have you been there before? I've been there a couple times.
I think you and I went that one time.
Okay, you're right.
To Red Bull 2 game, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's right. So I mean, it's a great facility. It's awesome that they're there. So they'll have their own training facility, which I fucking hope means they're staying in New Jersey.
Yeah,
don't move
nice.
Don't move into this facility and then a year or two you're like, oh, we're gonna go to fucking Queens.
Yeah.
Oh, my one little addition to women's soccer is, you guys see the red card fest against Brazil the other night?
No, I
heard about it.
I saw the stat line at the end, and everyone's like, what in the hell happened at the end of this game?
Yeah, I didn't watch the game. I wish I had, but I just watched an 11-minute highlight reel of all the cards in the game, and it's like, I mean, I do think maybe the referee got a little too carried away, but she just seemed like, I don't like any of you. Yellow, second yellow, red. But it was fairly entertaining for sure. And then some of the clips of Trinity Rodman just giving Brazilian players shit was chef's kiss.
So you're saying there's better refereeing than the NBA Finals?
Well, I don't know.
Not a high bar.
I had to make the comparison.
a little bit.
I guess quick F1 update before we talk World Cup.
What the fuck was he doing? Honestly. Is he a fucking prick or what?
I think I needed a different Russell one, but I didn't have time to get it.
Yeah.
I figured I needed Russell for this one.
So real quick, Pat, I know you were locked into Formula One for the past 2 weekends. I know you were like,
is Mario Andretti still a thing?
Well, he actually fought Michael Schumacher this weekend in a huge race.
Okay.
But what I'll say about I hate that I almost spaced on Monaco's like the fancy race. That's the one everyone watches. Yachts, rich people everywhere. How did I almost forget that the race happened? I was that close to forgetting, and I'm like, holy shit, it's the weekend. The worst part about the race is that Max Verstappen qualifies second, and his car doesn't even get off the line when it turned green, and you're like, you have to be fucking kidding me.
And he's in the pits at the end of the first lap.
You literally have about 5 seconds to try to take the lead in this race, because once you don't, it's over. That's it. The guy who qualifies first, like 90% of the time, wins this race.
Unless he basically fucks up.
Right, you got to crash. It's like something bad's got to happen. So it's cool to see Red Bull did finish third with Isaac Hager, had a great race, finished third with an underpowered car. So Red Bull's still getting points, which gives you hope for the future for Red Bull Racing. That being said, Mercedes is winning the championship. Kimi Antonelli, who's fucking, 18, 19 years old, is winning everything. Drivers that dream of winning Monaco, like that is your dream. That's the race. He did it he's 19, right? I think he's 19. It was
his second race at Monaco.
Wins it.
As an F1 driver. Yeah.
How many drivers do you think in that grid like, you motherfucker? Like it's my time. George Russell never thinks it's his time.
Yeah, and he led every single lap, never gave up a lead.
Yeah.
And I will say is, as much as Hadjar is third, apparently Pierre Gasly has standing for an appeal for his time penalties. I don't know if that means they'll give him third place back, but it's going to be funny to see what happens.
A little too late now. It's fucking Thursday at this point.
I know.
So what are we doing? Don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, the pit lane stuff was kind of funny. I don't know if you saw after the race, Alpine was out there literally walking it off with a measuring device to figure how long the pit lane was. So they could because apparently the way they judge pit lane speed is not by, actual data of, hey, I know where the GPS is on the car, so I can kind of figure this out. There's let's say 5 sectors to the pit lane, and it took them 2 seconds to get to the first sector. So the average and the distance is this. So therefore, the miles per hour is this. And apparently the way it was set up basically induced a bunch of penalties.
Formula One blows my mind every week with some wacky rule that I've never really heard of or another infraction.
How about this one?
Okay,
how about this one?
Sure.
How about this one? Apparently, I don't know what the fuck this is about, but apparently there's something this year where it's they judge the best engine. I don't know what the criteria is, honestly. So if you're the best engine, you get 0 upgrades on the engine for the rest of the year. If you are like the next set or whatever it is, you get 1 extra update, and then the last group gets 2 updates. Apparently Red Bull is the best engine, which tell that to Max because clearly it's the best engine.
Yeah, because his car didn't even barely move after the checkered flag, so that went great.
So Mercedes gets 1 extra or gets 1 upgrade to their engine, which is already obviously the best. Ferrari gets 2.
Makes tons of sense.
All right.
I don't think we'll ever fully understand Formula One. I think I could watch for 30 years and I'll be like, I don't know what's happening anymore.
All that you really need to know is car goes fast. This one is first.
Right. That's all I know at this point.
Everything else is just, okay, this guy's losing a few extra seconds. That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
I drive a Dodge Stratus.
God, imagine if Dodge somehow ended up as a constructor.
I love it. The car pull out and just explode. Just blow up the first lap.
Yeah.
All right, before we get to dumping ground, let's talk big news, or the big stuff for us now. And the whole reason that Pat's here. The World Cup officially started today. Mexico, I don't know the final score, but I saw it was at least 2-0 Mexico, so I'm pretty sure they just blew out.
2-0 final score.
It ended 2-0.
Okay.
Yep. Two red cards for South Africa, 1 red card for Mexico.
Man, this tournament's off to a good start.
That's right. That's how you do it.
Actually, second game is on. Second game is on right now. Yeah,
right
and
now.
you're. I don't know if they're embarrassed because it's Mexico. Maybe they'd be embarrassed if it was U.S. But yeah, there's a decent number of empty seats. So at least which are probably the most expensive tickets in the house that are empty right now.
Yep, I thought the same thing. I looked up and I'm like, it's the second game of the World Cup and there's a whole bunch of empty seats. I mean,
they're
right
in
there,
Guadalajara,
right? In the
right?
middle.
I believe this game is in Guadalajara, yeah.
So it's 7 p.m. Right, it's not a bad time for Guadalajara because they're West Coast time.
Yeah.
I think Guadalajara might be the most shooty of the the Mexican.
Okay, fair enough.
So I don't know if like South Koreans and Czechs are like clamoring to go there. I mean, this is based on an article I believe I read today, where the person was actually defending. Yeah, come to Mexico, it's gonna be fine. Like I think he said like all right, Guadalajara has the cartels maybe kind of.
I was just saying they have a bit of a cartel problem.
They got a bit of a cartel problem in Guadalajara.
Yeah, they're kind of setting cars on fire out in the streets. It's a little issue.
In fairness, Mexico still might be a safer country this World Cup for certain people.
Oh, stop it.
I said certain people. I said certain. Considering that the U.S. is already a Mali ref was not allowed in the country, and Iranian players, not going to get into the politics of it, but Iranian players apparently have to enter and leave the country on the same day as their matches.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Before we talk about the U.S. team, let me ask you this. So I've railed on for several weeks about how excited I was for this World Cup for years, right? And the closer it gets and the more you get priced out as a fan of the sport in this country, and how much of a downer it's been when the cheapest ticket for the first game in Massachusetts is $800. Parking, which as we know is limited parking everywhere, cheapest parking is $100. Most expensive ticket is parking is $600 for these group stage games. Do you want to get to the game on train? That's a $100 round trip from South Station, Boston to Foxborough, which is typically I think $10 to $15 ticket on a normal day. And it's just, they've done everything they can to beat down the American fans and discourage you from it's been so hard to get into this tournament because of all of this, and I'm sure you feel the way like we were looking forward to going to a
Yeah.
game for years. I wouldn't even care
Oh
who it
yeah.
was. I'll go see
Yeah.
anybody. Doesn't have to be US. Get me to any game possible. I don't care.
Yeah.
And it's like I can't even get into to see Norway.
Yeah.
It's
Uh,
freaking bonkers.
Yeah, no, that is certainly the most disappointing thing about this World Cup. I mean, it's also not necessarily surprising. I mean, FIFA is scum. I mean,
Correct.
yeah,
Absolutely.
The money
they
for the
are
bribes
scum.
has to come from somewhere. So
Yeah, it's I think I was a little surprised at how expensive it was. I mean, I would not have been surprised for over 100 for nosebleeds even
Sure.
for the World Cup, but like when it was like minimum 250 if you even got picked for the lottery, which we all have now since learned was even shady in its own, where people are not getting the tickets they paid for.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a bummer. I think in the last week my excitement has gone up. I think just seeing the videos of fans from other countries, doing their thing in places where you're like, what? Like, what? Like, that's not supposed to happen here. I mean, that's just kind of where your brain goes. Like, I forget who it was in, but Chattanooga, they were in Chattanooga, Tennessee, like banging their drums, going nuts. Argentinian fans filling up Texas Tech Stadium for a friendly. Stuff like that.
Auburn Stadium got filled up for friendly.
Seeing the European reactions on social media is they're like, "What is this Buc-ee's you speak of?" Not that I've ever been there myself, but it's that is for all the horrible people across the board, like across American politics, across FIFA, across all of it, that come together to make this tournament happen. The unfortunate reality is the beauty of the cultures coming together to celebrate their cultures, to obviously enjoy the sport of the game. When that happens, it's what's, at least for me anyway, I'm having been to plenty of international matches. It's what in many ways makes this sport great, and seeing that now happening is kind of gotten me excited all over again. I mean, I can't wait for tomorrow night. I'm beyond pumped for tomorrow night, even though I have to probably in terms of price gouging, I'm probably not even going to the bar originally intending to, because now they're charging a cover. So
Oh my god. Oh
yeah.
my god.
However, with like a 2-drink minimum, right?
What was that? No, there wasn't even a drink minimum. It was just I'm hoping, my guess is that the town forced it on them. It was just kind of like, well, we don't want too many people showing up, so you got to charge people, that kind of thing. That's my theory. I hope they're not just price gouging, just like everybody else, but
It is sad. All this shit that's happening around the World Cup is kind of dampening things. Like, I remember my first international game, and this was actually where I met you, Pat, was Gold Cup down in DC, and I forget who the second game was of that day, but I think maybe Honduras or something like that. For a bunch of those fans, and for some reason, out of our little group, I was the one that decided to stay there for at least the first half of that game. And thankfully, the fans did not give me shit. They treated me well. It was kind of cool being in that crowd, like as a neutral. And I feel like that's not going to happen. I mean, it will happen, but I feel like it's not going to happen as much, like that kind of experience.
Yeah,
I know
sad.
Boston's having a 2-week long plus fan fest down at Government Center, which like the main government offices is. So I'm going to try to maybe go down there on Sunday, depending how hot it's going to be. I really don't want to get to Boston when it's blazing hot with a bajillion people. But they're going to be showing watch parties of games. They're going to have music, food, like bands, all kinds of stuff. So I might go check that out. I know Scotland is showing up in full force in Boston, so
loving those videos.
Those guys are completely out of control. That was honestly the game I wanted to go to, because those fans are just going to be fucking out of their heads. So I'm hoping that'll be something to like. I mean, you're right. We're going to watch every game, right? It's still the World Cup. You hope that all those sour feelings that we definitely have of not going is going to change when you get to watch the games again, right? We all have it on. We're all going to watch every game you can possibly watch. We are going to watch. Of course, we're all excited about tomorrow night. Great 9 o'clock start. We won't be falling asleep, which is fantastic. Right, so it is there. So at least we're not completely the whole thing not being able to go hasn't ruined it for us.
Yeah. No.
Before we talk about,
I feel like with every World Cup, I feel like every World Cup, at least going back to 2010, which is when I really started probably digesting everything leading up to it and all that good stuff. I feel like every World Cup, there's going to be like everyone's like pulling their hair out, saying there's going to be massive problems, like and then there ends up not being massive problems. I mean, I hope we don't change. It doesn't change this time around. I hope nothing terrible happens. But I just feel like there's before every World Cup, before every Olympics, it almost seems like there's a weeping and gnashing of teeth, and then everything just kind of works out.
I just wanted it to be cheaper. That was it. For the love of God.
100%. 100%. Yeah. I'm crossing my fingers that some of like the really crappy games might like go down on StubHub last minute, but I'm not holding my breath.
Yeah.
I could technically, if I wanted to skip, I forget if it's the second or third US game. You could actually get like field level seats for, I think it's Curacao and Ivory Coast for like $200. Like that's like, I'm like, oh shit, that's a steal. Granted, I have no interest in seeing either team, but
you said field level though, right?
Yeah, field level.
Okay, see, if you told me for one field level game to be able to say I saw a World Cup, at $200 for field level, I could buy.
Yeah, it's the same day. I forget which U.S. game, if it's Juneteenth or the one the following Thursday, but it is the same day as the USA game. Otherwise, I was kind of like, But
the second U.S. game is Juneteenth. We're going to talk about that in a minute.
Yeah.
Real quick, I just want to go over some of the rule changes specifically for this tournament. Players now have 10 seconds to get off the field when they're being subbed out. Otherwise, their replacement has to wait a minute before coming on.
Hell yeah.
You have 5 seconds to put the ball in on a throw-in or goal kick. Otherwise, the will result in a turnover.
Love it.
Love it.
During confrontations and stuff like that. During confrontations and stuff, if you cover your mouth to avoid lip reading, you can be issued a red card. Expanded use of VAR to include checking corner kicks, attacking fouls, set piece, incorrect second yellow card. The second yellow card, I think, is huge, honestly. VAR. Mm-hmm. That's a very good use of VAR. Off-field medical treatments. This one was kind of used in MLS last year. If a player receives on-pitch medical attention, they must be off-field for at least 1 minute before coming back on. And this one, I get why they did it, but I don't like what's going to come out of it. Mandatory hydration breaks for every single game, regardless of temperature. That's one per half. I've already seen once where Fox Sports didn't come back to live action or in time during a hydration break. They had the ads run into live play.
Fucking bonkers.
We gotta sell our shit, man.
Of course.
We gotta sell our shit.
We're not making enough money at this tournament, everybody.
Do you or someone you know have mesothelioma? It's like, sorry, we're back a little late because that mesothelioma commercial.
I don't know about you guys, but have you noticed, like, when Fox shows sports, there's more ads than the other networks?
Yes.
NFL, I've noticed it for, like, a few years now. Like, pay attention to this year's football season and see if you notice it. I'm telling you, Fox, like, pounds you with ads. Pounds you. Hey, if they're getting money, right, you get money. Right. But it's really, you'll notice a huge difference when you're watching the NFL this year and you'll be like, oh, yeah, they are showing a lot more ads.
I feel like commercial breaks in the NFL is when I check my meat. I'll let you decide what that means.
Hey-oh.
Hey.
I saw somebody on Reddit say at least, like, Telemundo's coverage, during the hydration break, they were doing coverage of the game and stuff, and that when they did show ads during the break, they did it as, when Fox started doing live ads, I hated it, and they, like, took the game, put it, like, the upper, I don't know, 2/3, and then did the ad around the game. That's what Telemundo did. It's like, we're going to still give you coverage, just put ads around the coverage during the break.
That's fine.
That makes sense.
That's been done. That's been I feel like the friendlies, they've done that on TNT, stuff like that. Yeah.
All right. Now let's talk specifically about the U.S. Group stage starts tomorrow night against Paraguay, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Second game on June 19th or Juneteenth. It's Australia, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Honestly, I'm glad it's a holiday because it makes my life easy. Then wrap up the group stage on June 24th against Turkey at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. I think most of these are all West Coast, right? The U.S.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So limit travel. And keep them fresh.
I have absolutely no idea what's going to happen with the U.S. I don't pay enough attention to our international stars to know anything about this.
That's why Pat's here.
Yeah.
This is the only reason. There's no other reason. This is it.
I hate to inform you guys, I'm not quite the expert if I ever even was but I used to be.
This is not Yanks Go Marching.
No, those days are long gone. It's funny. I was talking to somebody else who's been out of the game for a while. I won't name them because I didn't ask for permission to talk about it, but we were joking. We were like discussing maybe doing something for this World Cup. I mean, it was very much the feeler stage. That's it. And we kind of just joked that like we should call the podcast or whatever it was the Island of Irrelevance because we're just completely irrelevant now. So, yeah.
Well, I mean, Pat, I will let you talk first, obviously. Your thoughts on this team and how far you think they can go.
Well, so first thing I'm going to predict they'll beat Brazil in the final 3-1, and if it happens, I get the belt.
I would give you the belt. I would mail it right to your house. Not even a problem.
No. He doesn't get the. Oh, if that happens, he gets the Red Bull Rant Peace Prize.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Even better. Way better. And then I'll immediately take that Peace Prize and then just go to a New York City FC bar and just start punching people in the face. You know, that's what you do after you get Peace Prize. Yeah,
that's right.
You can go to Madison Square Garden and shut down all the watch parties.
Yeah, you can do that as well. You know. So all right. So let's put it this way: can this team win the World Cup? Yeah, I guess so. I mean, but based on the friendlies, at least the fans are turning up. They're turning up in at least the two recent friendlies. I should specify. They're turning up where they're actually the majority fan base in the stadium. So hopefully that's the case throughout the tournament. So we may have a genuine home field advantage. And that's not something to discount when 50, 60,000 people are on your side. So we have quality on this side. I mean, there are quality players on this team, but and every team in international play has holes, even the best teams. So can they win the World Cup? Sure. If you had to bet your house on either the United States winning the World Cup or not winning the World Cup, I would bet your house on them not winning the World Cup. So it's. I do think they'll win the group. I do think that's one of the benefits of groups being easier. Although I think the U.S. does have one of the hardest groups in the tournament. I mean, they're all kind of tightly packed. I think roughly in like 20 to 40 range of the World Cup FIFA World Rankings. But they played all three teams fairly recently within the last couple of years. They beat Australia, they beat Paraguay. They did lose to Turkey when they were warming up for the Gold Cup in 2023, I believe. So I guess that was a few years ago, and it was where Turkey kind of brought an A side and we brought a B side. So, it's so that's what happened then. So it was a different animal. We'll see what happens. The biggest question mark I think on this team is definitely defense. Fortunately, it does sound like Chris Richards is going to be able to play. Is he 100%? That's the big question. But if you saw in the two friendlies against Senegal and Germany, central defense was a problem. I mean, Tim Ream, there's a lot of good he still does. I don't want to talk bad about an RB original, but he still has the talent to make the line-breaking passes, but he's certainly lost his step. I mean, he's, 38, 39 years old. That's not exactly surprising me. God bless him for, making the World Cup 4 years ago at 35, I believe it was, and God bless him for managing to stick around this late. He's our Rafa Marquez, except less of a douchebag. Um, but yeah, he's lost his step, and it is encouraging that Chris Richards will be in there instead of Miles Robinson or Mark McKenzie, who did not cover themselves in glory against Senegal and Germany. So, you got to hope that they just continue to gel as the tournament goes on, and that the positives that we saw against Germany and Senegal outweigh the negatives. I think the front I guess it'd be six. I think they all look very good. Looks like it's going to be up top. It's going to be Balogun, Pulisic. It might switch around between Balogun and Pepe. I'm wondering if that's a total lock. Balogun, Pepe, Pulisic. Serginho Dest has moved up into the wing spot with Alex Freeman slotting in the back as the right back, and Dest has looked good being pushed up wide. Then you got your midfield of Malik Tillman, who's certainly grown over the last couple of years. Weston McKennie, who's one of the best players at Juventus right now, if not the best player at Juventus right now, which for his tumultuous career he's had in that team, it's quite the accomplishment. And then obviously our other Red Bull boy, Tyler Adams. He's a destroyer there in central defensive midfield. So it's all right. So realistic prediction. Where do I think they'll end up? I'm gonna say they make the quarterfinals again for the first time since 2002. I figure home World Cup. I mean, you got to at least do that. You got to at least get there for this to be considered even remotely a success.
Yeah.
I think bombing out in either the round of 32 or round of 16, it's just not. Then you can't consider it a success. But I don't know if it was just the HBO documentary, especially the last couple of episodes that focused on the Pochettino years, that have kind of got me hyped and pumped and believing in this team along with the two friendlies. But yeah, I mean, I think and hope we will not be supremely disappointed. I don't think they're going to faceplant in this World Cup. I hope.
I'm going to make the most obvious statement that you could possibly make about this team. I don't think this is the team that's going to be able to play from behind. I don't think this will be able to team that's going to be able to go down a goal. This is just my thoughts. Obviously, I'm definitely not an expert, but just from watching some of the friendlies, they have to be. If they're going to go far, they have to be out front. I know it's obvious statement, but I don't see them going down a goal or so and being able to recover and coming back and win unless it's an early goal. Maybe it's the Red Bull fan in me. But they're a mostly youngish team, mostly younger players. So they're going to have energy. Tyler Adams plays with he is a ball of energy. But they have to be the team to be out in front, especially in the group stage. Because then you go in the knockout rounds and it's just tight, right? It's always tight. Every knockout round is a tight game. So if they can be the team out front, and I think they're the team that can hold on to win games, right? I know you're worried about defense, but I think if they can go up a goal somewhere halfway through that game, I think they can ride out at least that first group stage and win that group.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
After that, I have no fucking idea what's going to happen after that. No idea.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if somebody has all the World Cup. Sorry, the FIFA rankings. By group. I'm trying to see if
is 17. I was actually looking at this earlier. I think US was 17. Paraguay is 41. And then Australia is 27. Turkey is 22. So there's three teams that are pretty close to each other.
Yeah.
So it should make for a good group stage.
Yeah, I mean, U.S. did not luck out in getting one of these first timers who are, you would think they would steamroll in this round. I mean, these are all quality opponents. I mean, Australia has made the round of 16 plenty of times in the past. Paraguay has played very well in CONMEBOL qualifying. And then Turkey. I mean, hey, getting out of Europe is tough. I mean, Italy has not made the World Cup in 3 straight
Oh
years.
my god, it's just mind blowing. People are shocked when I
Yeah,
tell them that aren't big
yeah.
like soccer fans, and they mention Italy, and I go, by the way, Italy has missed the past 3 World Cups, and they're all like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's a shit show in that country right now."
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. I feel like the people who are very casual, who come around every 4 years, are like who maybe have some tangential, tie to Italy. They're like, I think I might root for Italy. I'm like, yeah, they're not in it. Yeah,
Yeah, what's the Jersey Shore going to do this year? Like that whole coastline, they have to be in a full fucking panic. They actually have to root for the United States. I don't know if they can handle
Yeah,
that.
they're like, yeah, I was going to go to Seaside and fist bump and watch Italy. What am I supposed to do now? I guess I'll just fist bump.
Back to
Um,
DJs I go.
and the thing people don't realize, like Turkey got in off of a playoff spot. It didn't qualify directly out of
Yeah.
UEFA.
Right.
And
Right.
Turkey's 22nd ranked right now. Like the 22nd ranked team in the world had to go through a playoff because of how UEFA's qualifying is.
Yeah.
That's how
I mean, it's the biggest
crazy it
war.
is.
That is the biggest World Cup playoff war is Europe by far, of course.
Yeah. They
So
do
it-
make
it
Well,
it tough.
I think they also started doing like Nations League guaranteed qualifying or something like that, or at least got you into like a later round of qualifying kind of thing.
There's some sort of tie to Nations League. I forget what it is, but you are right. I believe you're right. Yeah.
Like, so some teams had easier pass than others. Like it's not just like, I know this is not the perfect example. Like CONCACAF, at least like when we have to qualify for World Cup, doesn't put us right into the last round of qualifying. We still have to go through at least 2 rounds to get there. Where UEFA is like all over the place because of the number of countries there is.
Yeah. Well, we didn't have to
I'm just-
qualify this time. We didn't have to qualify this time around.
Yeah.
We had a bit of an easy pass this time.
Which, considering our performances, except for the last 2 friendlies, is a good thing.
Yeah.
That makes
I
me
mean,
a
it's
little
been-
nervous too. When
Yeah.
you're not fighting to qualify,
I was gonna- the
makes you a
coach-
little
the coach
nervous.
years
Like,
ago.
well, these are all like,
Yeah.
we're just going to test. These are all testy games. These are all feel-out games. These are who's going to be in our lineup games. You're like, well, there wasn't really any pressure, so that makes you a little bit nervous
Yeah.
going into this.
Yeah. I mean, I do recall 4 years ago, I feel like there are 2 friendlies going into the cup were kind of terrible. And then, at least in the group stage, they played really well. I mean, I get it. It wasn't utter domination. It was 2 draws and a win. But, that England game, I mean, they looked like the better team for 90 minutes,
Yeah.
So it's friendlies don't mean nothing. Like, 'cause I feel like a lot of people say, I don't mean anything. But, like, they're trying shit out, Like, I think that's something we sometimes have to remember. They're trying shit out, and they're just like
And
things
it's a
they may
relative
not
bellwether.
otherwise do.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's a relative bellwether of where you are as a team, right?
Yeah.
Because if you can at least get, like, not necessarily wins, you can just look consistent in games, then it just bodes well, because that just means you'll grow from there.
Yeah.
I just hope we get out of the group stage, maybe win 1 knockout round game. I know
Yeah.
there's an extra knockout round, right? Because there's an extra one because now it's 32.
There's an extra knockout round, and it's kind of MLSing. The group stage, 3 teams get out. So, I mean, if they don't get out of the group stage, then
Well,
it's just this World Cup was a
not
disaster.
Not all groups get 3 teams out, right? It's like some do, based on goal scoring and stuff like that.
Because it's 12 groups and then a round of 36. So, three teams per group. Oh,
This is a very confusing World Cup. This is
yeah.
too many teams.
A round of 32. Wait, hold on. Let me do the math again. I might be wrong. Maybe not. Yeah, you might be right. It might not be.
Because
I think
it's 48
it's the-
teams.
Yeah, it's the best. I don't know how many. You're right. I'm thinking about the math now. Yeah, it's not every 3rd place team that makes it. It's like the top. I don't know how many, but yeah,
So what we're
the
saying
top
is
8,
that
I guess.
what we're saying is after the group stage, somehow the Houston Dynamo are still going to be like in the knockout round somehow. Like, they were terrible. How'd they get into this? They're playing. They're playing Spain. Like, what the fuck just happened?
They take the
Brazil
eight
drew
best.
the Houston United. What the fuck? Where'd they come from?
All of a sudden, World Cup and what the fuck is it called? Leagues Cup merged together. So it's the eight best third place teams advance. That's
yes,
what it is.
there you go.
It's so fucking weird.
Don Garber somehow shows up and like changes the rules for like the World Cup like halfway through the tournament. I told you I was behind this all along. It was me. It was me, FIFA. It was me all along.
Only if we get JR screaming, "It's Don Garber! It's Don Garber!"
Oh God, Don!
That son of a bitch! Damn you!
Then just for the effect, Stone Cold comes out and gives him a stunner.
I mean, shit, you have eyes on.
It's Stone Cold Landon Donovan. Donovan's like full bald now. He's got no hair on his head anymore.
He's like, I didn't care for plugs.
His vest is like Quake's colors.
Well, Donovan 316 says, I just whipped your ass.
Isn't Donovan part owner of like San Diego or something?
You know what? I don't know what that guy's up to, and I like it that way.
I think he was calling the Mexico game, so he was doing that, and he does appear to have a podcast with Tim Howard. I feel like I get clips from that every once in a while on my Facebook or Instagram feeds.
Well, as Truman as I discovered on Google last night, apparently anybody is a podcast. So,
as this show has proven time and time again,
anybody can do it.
Anybody can have a podcast.
There's probably a podcast about feet.
Donovan's coached the San Diego Loyal and the San Diego Wave, but I don't think he's an owner. Maybe he's not an owner of anybody.
Yeah. I feel like his push now is to fix the youth soccer system. That's something I've seen him talking about recently. He wants to...
That'd be great.
Encourage... Yeah, he claims that, like, when he was in Germany, like, the youth coach for the German club was the best coach in the entire organization. And he says, far too often in the U.S., we have our best coaches at the top and our shittiest coaches at the bottom, and so the kids aren't really learning anything. There was actually a good article for anyone who wants to pay $2 a month. There was a good article in the Athletic the other day about what's wrong. Why has the United States not developed a soccer superstar? And
because pay to play is not a good way to go.
Yep.
But it's more than that. It's
I know it is.
It's way more than that. Like, and don't get me wrong, pay to play is an issue, but it's way more than that. Yeah. And it was a good article.
All right, Donovan is part owner of the USL team San Diego Loyal. That's what it is.
Okay.
I was technically right in that he owns a team in San Diego, just not the MLS one.
I didn't realize that team was still around. I thought once the MLS team came along, I thought the other one went away.
You're right. Solved in 2023.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
I don't pay attention to USL, so I assume they were still around.
I mean, you would have had me.
You could have said they won the 5 past titles. We'd be like, sure they did. Okay.
Absolutely.
What a club. All right, so are we done with the U.S. and talk a little bit more about the rest of the World Cup?
Sure.
Jay, unless you have parting thoughts, I mean, Pat and I definitely rambled on about our thoughts about this team.
Go for it.
I will say this about this World Cup. I know they said I think the two favorites are France and Spain, from what I read.
That's what I've been seeing, yeah.
But I have no fucking idea who's going to win this, because I think a lot of the World Cups in the past, you definitely had like that one team, when Spain won, you knew, like that team was so fucking loaded. Usually when Brazil was winning, you're like, well, Brazil is so good. But I mean, I know there's a lot of teams, but I'm fucking clueless. I know England's not, because they're going to screw it up. Like, that is the one guarantee. England's going to screw it up one way or the other. Mexico is not. They're going to do the same thing. I think Canada's going to surprise world soccer, not us.
Yeah.
But I think they're going to surprise a lot of people. But I fucking don't know. I really don't know who's going to win this year.
It's one of those. I feel like it's like every World Cup. Someone who's big is going to completely faceplant. Like
Yep.
I feel like that's going to happen. I mean, again, with these weaker groups, I don't know if like they'll fail to get out of the group stage per se, but like certainly underperform, maybe get knocked out of the round of 32. And then I'm gonna say, yeah, somebody you did not expect to be in the semifinals will be in the semifinals. I feel like it does happen every World Cup. There are surprises. I'm looking forward to it. I hope it's either Scotland or the U.S. in the semifinals. That would be pretty damn awesome. But I'm not holding my breath. But yeah, I mean, yeah. But like you said, I'm seeing like Spain and France, and because I know Kylian Mbappe, I'm kind of like, yeah, France. I guess they'll do it.
That guy.
He's good.
The guys who work in our recon department at work, they're all Brazilian, and I was talking to one of the guys today at work, and he's like Brazil's gonna lose to Morocco. I said, dude, get the hell out of here. You can't have that. You can't have that mentality. I mean, you just can't. Like, it's Brazil. And I told him on Saturday, I said, don't worry, sir. We will get you out of this building at 5 o'clock so you can be home for 6 o'clock. I will do everything in my power to shut that store down so you do not have to miss that game. I mean, it's the World Cup. Not allowed. You are from Brazil. You cannot miss that game. It is a rule. You have to be on your couch watching that game.
Yeah, I think Brazil, Scotland. I think I'm going to try and get to Dublin House and Red Bank, and because I mean, the Scots show up for the Six Nations rugby tournament at that pub, so I'm hoping they show up for the World Cup.
I'm sure they will. I would think so.
Yeah.
I have a feeling they're going to go to the parking lot, the public parking lot behind that one.
Dublin House. Yeah. That'd be nice.
If any of these U.S. games were at a time where I would be up in that area, I'd consider just going there, but I don't think it's ever going to happen.
Yeah. Well, tomorrow night is a little TBD, a little fluid as to where I'm going. I'm going to be going to a non-traditional soccer bar for the game against Australia, Leggett's in Manasquan, where someone has assured me that everybody really gets into it there. And to be fair, I was there when the kickoff for the friendly against Germany happened this past Saturday, and they played right when the national anthem was being sung, they played their own national anthem. Then they played Hulk Hogan's theme song. Then they played Hearts on Fire. And I'm like, and all for friendly, all the bartenders were wearing American shit, and I'm like, okay, I think they actually might really be into this here. So I'm looking forward to that. And then the final game against Turkey, I'll be going to Darcy's in Bradley Beach.
I'm gonna be couching it. I'm just gonna be couching it.
Yeah, I need the people. I need the people on top of me. I need to hug the strangers.
Swarming.
I'm gonna couch Paraguay and Turkey. Maybe Australia I'll go out for since it's 3 p.m.
Yeah.
I can't go see a game in New Hampshire because I'm afraid if the U.S. wins, they're all going to be shooting their guns everywhere. It's just gunfire all over the place. People riding motorcycles.
Yeah, damn right.
Helmets. It's fucking lawless. It's lawless in that state. It's mayhem.
I mean, how else are you supposed to celebrate a U.S. World Cup win? I would get on my helmetless motorcycle with a bottle of JD and just shoot my gun. Fuck yeah.
No insurance, firing guns.
Yeah.
New Hampshire, Texas to the north.
There's just no rules. There's no rules in that state. Every day I'm there, I'm like, what is going on in this place? This place is chaos.
Libertarian paradise, baby.
All right, so
I mean, isn't their state motto "Live Free or Die"?
it is,
much,
and
right?
they live by that every day, unless you want to buy weed, because you're not allowed to do that in the state. It's the one thing you can't do. You can buy guns and fireworks, and no helmets, and no insurance, and no seatbelts. Can't buy weed. Sorry.
That's weird. Libertarians like weed. That's weird.
Yep. Can't do it. Go to Maine, go to Mass, go to Vermont, go everywhere else. But no, the state is just, I don't know. Makes no sense. All right, so let's do this. Let's pick a winner. And then do you want to pick a dark horse winner?
Okay. Yeah,
Right,
that
makes
You guys
sense?
go ahead. I got double checks. I don't remember every single team in this tournament, so
There's,
You
I
guys
don't know if
pick
you
your
know,
stuff
Jay,
first.
but there's a whole bunch now. There's a whole bunch of teams now. There's just
no.
tons of teams.
I know. I'm
Tons
looking
of
at
teams.
this. Looking at the graphic, I just
Yeah, look at all these
Gotta
teams.
figure it out.
There's a whole bunch of them. All right, so let's do this. Let's go first, Pat. Who do you think's going to win the World Cup?
Yeah, I'll go with France. I think they won 8 years ago. They were in the final 4 years ago. Mbappe's still young, still a dynamic player. So I'll ride the Kylian Mbappe train. I'm gonna say France wins their third World Cup.
Yeah,
I believe it will be.
I'm gonna be slightly different, and I'm gonna go Argentina. Because again, Don Garber is going to reappear and make sure Messi wins another trophy in the United States.
I like it.
So he can walk into the League's Cup final with the World Cup trophy.
Yeah.
I guess I'll go Spain just because honestly I'm not really sure from a realistic point of view.
It's a crapshoot.
I'm thinking like Germany, but I don't know if that's. I'll just say Spain because I'm just not sure. I like dark horse. I'm only throwing this out there because the keeper is England, because Everton's number one, England's number one. Pickford fucking deserves a trophy of some kind. So why not a World Cup trophy?
All right, Pat, your dark horse team. So again, it's not like a silly pick. It's a pick they could win, somehow get into the final and win.
Oh man, I'm looking at it and I'm kind of like, which level actually is considered a dark horse? Let's go with the Dutch. Yeah, they're a dark horse at this point, right?
Yeah.
I mean, all right, so I'll go with the Dutch. I mean, I feel like they're always a rather competitive team that did make the final in 2010. Their fan base is a lot of fun. So let's go with them surprising the world and making a run.
I was going to say the Netherlands, but you said it, so I will be different, but only slightly different. I'll go Belgium. Slight difference. Belgium somehow gets in there, right?
Perfect, because I was kind of like
buddies.
it was between the two of them. I was thinking,
they're pals, they're friends. So we picked them both.
Yeah, it kind of doesn't even make sense. They're two different countries. They're pretty much very connected.
Yes, 100%.
I'm gonna throw this in.
Different languages.
How about I'm gonna throw this in? What about a Cinderella team? Not a team that's gonna win, but just like a team that nobody expects to get to the round of 16 or the quarterfinal.
Wait. Hold on. Jay, first you have to pick your dark horse, and then we're going to do that too. We will pick a Cinderella.
England was my dark horse.
Oh, England's your dark horse. Okay.
Yeah, Spain was my realistic. England was my dark horse.
I'm going to give you my Cinderella, and I'm not going to let Pat do it. I'm going to steal it from Pat. I'm going to say Canada. I'm giving you Canada because Jesse Marsh. It's everything the man touches turns to gold. And I really think they're going to surprise the world stage this year.
He's got them playing well. I mean, I could very well see that. I mean, the other one I'll have to go with, just because, again, it's my other heritage, is Scotland. So I'm going to go with Scotland as my Cinderella team, even though I think the Scots are just happy to be there.
They are very happy to be there. Very, very happy to be there.
I'm going to go with Ivory Coast, and here's why. Their group looks... It's Germany, Curacao, Ivory Coast, and Ecuador. I feel like Germany's going to walk that group, but I don't feel like you would think Ecuador would come out second. I don't think Ecuador is necessarily going to just roll over everybody else in that group.
And Ivory Coast always has a very competitive team.
They're always very competitive. Yeah,
but I feel like the Ivory Coast could sneak out of that group either as second or third, and maybe at one or two random bounces in the knockout, and just make it that little bit farther.
Yeah, I like that. I like that choice. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Drogba's just going to magically appear and play one more game.
Back.
You can't stop me. I'll play forever.
The stadium goes dark. The Undertaker's theme comes up, and then all of a sudden he's on the field.
Jose Mourinho pulls up a limo. He gets out of the back of it. It's Drogba.
My God, he's back.
Drogba's back.
Drogba's back.
He's here to retire Brock Lesnar.
Who's who's that to stop Drogba? It's Roman Reigns. the version we all hated, that Roman Reigns.
80,000 people in the Meadowlands just booing.
The pre-cancer Roman Reigns. Say it that way, but that's what it is.
That's when everyone hated him. If he got cancer, they're like, shit, he's got cancer. We can't boo the guy now.
But then let's turn him heel because who's going to boo the guy that got cancer, and then it's like, it just works.
That's right. They fell right into this one. I would ask you guys who you think the Golden Boot winner, but who the fuck knows? I couldn't even venture a name. I have no clue. Don't
Christian Pulisic.
There we go. That's fine.
There
I'm going
you
to
go.
say Mo Salah because he played for Liverpool. I don't know.
There you go.
He's going to have an amazing World Cup, so he can go probably sign in Saudi Arabia or somewhere, and I'm not going to be able to root for him anymore because he'll be on a team I don't care about.
Make that oil money.
I don't know. I'm not even going to venture a guess at Golden Boot.
Right. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah. It's 48 teams just makes it even crazier. It could be like some crazy country where like you just went off, like one guy went off in the group stage or something. And
because they were like a Germany who would just roll everybody in their groups. So they're going to win like every game like 4 or 5-0.
Yeah.
I don't think Germany's going to win like that, but
it's kind of like in years when you would look at like CONCACAF like World Cup qualifying through its entire tournament. You're talking about the earliest rounds where like the micro Caribbean countries are playing, and you'll see some guy from not even like let's say St. Lucia, like scored like 6 goals in that first round, and by the end he's still pretty much like near the Golden Boot winner because of those 6 goals he scored in that round against Barbados.
Yeah.
because at the end all the games are like 1-0, right?
Yeah.
So like nobody's really scoring.
Yeah.
Speaking of no one is scoring in this game, by the way.
No.
Nope.
All right. Now, we've talked about scoring.
Wait, hold on. Are we moving on to the next?
It's time to talk about scoring.
It's time to talk about migration.
Fires up a 3. Shot no good. The tip, it's gone. It's gone. It's gone. With 1.2 remaining. Knicks take the lead. OG Anunoby. And it's 107-106.
Listen.
Oh, my great shame.
Listen. It's okay. Don't feel bad. First of all, let's talk about one thing. The New York Knicks are 1 game away from winning a championship, which is fucking mind-blowing. And it's talked about everywhere. We're not the first ones to say it, of course, but this is the one New York team that everyone rallies around because no one gives 2 fucks about the Brooklyn Nets. Nobody. This is it.
Not even Jay-Z anymore.
He does not. He's like, you know what? I'm out, dude. I'm out. I don't know where to begin. I mean, you could begin with last night's fucking unbelievable greatest comeback in NBA Finals history. You go back to the 13 wins in a row. Just unbelievable. I mean, this is something that I don't know how to compare it to another run. Now, obviously, the Knicks have to still win the title. If they do, I can only compare it to what the 07 Giants playoff run. I mean, they're playing the Spurs, who are not something that the Patriots were, an undefeated juggernaut, unstoppable. But I don't know how else to describe the way this team is playing right now. And last night, we talked about it in a group chat. I mean, I had half given up. I started playing Lego Batman, and I put the game on my phone because I would have it off to the side, and I kept looking over and groaning. And then I'm like, down by 15, but the Spurs are going to make a run, and it's going to be up to like 22 again, and it's going to be over, right? That's the thought process. I just keep looking down. I'm like, so I'll tell you what, they get to within 4, I believe. I'm like, okay, I'm going to put it back on the big TV.
And that's when I sent the message when it got to 4, because for that, my thought process was, I am never saying a goddamn thing and jinxing this.
Yep, but here's the thing. I put it on the big TV. Wemby hits a 3, I go, fuck this shit, back on the phone. Back on the phone, I'm not going to fuck this up now. I have to watch it on my phone the whole time. I got to put it on the tiny thing. So they're down a bucket. They call the timeout. And I'm like, all right, now I'm going to go upstairs in my room, and I'm still going to keep it on my phone, on the bed. I'll put something else on the TV, because if they lose, I'm out. I'm flicking everything off. I'm watching YouTube. Like, and I can't fucking believe. Jay, hit me one more time.
Brunson gets it, fires up a three. Shot no good. The tip, it's gone. It's gone. It's gone. With 1.2 remaining, Knicks take the lead. OG Anunoby, and it's 107-106.
I mean, it's fucking mind blowing. The Spurs did everything wrong, which I mean, I don't know if you chalk it up to youth or confidence or whatever it is, but that's the final bucket with putting Wemby on Jalen Brunson, and he's not under the basket to get a rebound. OG goes right up the middle.
Yeah.
Well, and
He throws the ball in and right to the middle.
And the reason OG was able to do that was because nobody was guarding him specifically on the inbound.
Correct.
And the fifth guy went to double team Brunson.
Yeah. And then Towns gets the tip on the throw-in on the other side. That little play,
and Hart gets a block on the shot too.
I've never seen anything like it. It's the Larry Johnson 4-point play, but in a way bigger game. It's shocking, and I felt bad, Pat, because Jay and I are, of course, now texting back and forth, and I go, Pat's asleep. I'm like, oh no.
Yep.
Oh no.
Yep. Yeah, I mean,
that was the other reason I didn't say anything until it got to 4.
Yeah. I like you. I started playing video games. My wife had it on in the other room, which I could see. And I just felt like every time I looked up, it was just kind of like, maybe I would see the Knicks hit a 3. And I'd be like, oh, okay. And then 2 seconds later, a completely covered San Antonio Spur would hit a 3. And I'm just like,
that's unreal.
Okay. No. I was like, it's just,
it's 14,
just
14 3-pointers in the first half.
Yeah. So
they hit everything.
I gave up, and my wife was furious with me this morning. She was like, if you were into this, I would have stayed awake, but I couldn't stay awake by myself. And I'm like, and I had to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, and I decided, let me just see how it ended. And I was like, oh shit, they won. And I spent an hour trying to fall back asleep because the wheels were spinning. Like I was like, of just pure self-hatred. And should I just get up now, find a replay, and watch it and see how this went down? But yeah, it was definitely a big regret of mine not staying up for that game. I will stay to the bitter end no matter what happens on Saturday.
But no one can blame you. No one can blame anybody who works a morning job. I mean, credit to every Knicks fan in that building because nobody left. Nobody. I mean, no one's really leaving at halftime anyway, but no one left that building. And kudos. And they never left after the game either.
Yeah, well, if I'd spent that money, the Knicks could have lost 100-10. I think I would have stayed. I'm not leaving.
Correct.
I spent my mortgage payment on this.
Yeah. But
I said it. Spurs hit 14 first half 3-pointers. They got 3 the rest of the game.
Yeah.
I think they started 0 for 8 on 3-pointers to start the third quarter.
I'm glad they just kept chucking them up. Thank God. Thank God they did. Charles Barkley said it in the post game that the Spurs played the dumbest basketball he's ever seen in his whole life, and that is what they did. And thankfully, the Knicks were able to make them pay. Jalen Brunson had a great line in the post game interview too. He said, "They're like, how did you get back into the game?" He goes, "You just keep hitting singles." He goes, "You keep hitting singles and you keep putting men on base." And he's like, "And we just had to keep doing that and doing that." And he's like, "We would get 5, they'd get 2." And he's like, "You had to just chip away." Slowly but surely to get there, to give yourself a shot. And you just capitalize on every bad move the Spurs did, and they were just constantly... Wemby missed 2 free throws at the end of that game. He never misses them. Never. That was shocking. Everything that happened in that game, it's amazing that it went in their favor. Wembanyama's now cost them 2 games. Really 2 games. Missing those free throws, which could have iced it, probably. And then game 2, when he threw it into the back of his own teammate, and Brunson got that and then got fouled. And that's how they won that game. And he missed the shot.
With 20 or like 10 or 15 seconds left, there's that really bad turnover we have. It starts going down the other end. Fox picks it up, and instead of running out the clock, he goes for the layup.
Yep. What are you thinking, dude?
An OG with the block. Then the tip it on the other end. I mean,
yep. Yeah. Yeah. To not know to run out the clock.
Yeah. Let me ask this: is OG your MVP at this point?
Yes.
He's got to be.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's. I mean, if they close it out, and he has, I don't know, 25 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists. And Towns, they said Towns in the first 2 games was looking like it, right? Because he was everywhere.
Mm.
But after this game,
first in San Antonio, he was really the engine there.
And then these 2 BS fouls to start game 3, and he had to sit for almost the entire first half. It felt like he could barely play. I mean, that fucking challenge was such horse shit. That was mind blowing how bad that was. But OG has just been, I mean, he's been fucking money in these games. Right, and if they close it out Friday night, I mean, I think you can have Brunson have 30 points, but right, if he has 25, 10, and 7 or 8, I mean, how can you not give it to him? Unbelievable. Last night, he was the fucking man in that game.
I just remembered Wemby's French, so because fuck Wemby, I take it back. Go Spain.
I mean, did you see the replay where he almost tried to jump attack on the OG's leg and break his leg?
Yeah. Real classy
that
dude, that Wembyano.
Yeah, but the league loves him. The league, they're not gonna post game tee him up for a clear foul on Brunson. No, they're not gonna do that.
Oh, because if they did, he would have been suspended for game 5.
Correct.
He is 14 inches taller than me and only 20 pounds heavier than me.
Oh, no. I don't know who says that. What that says about you or him. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah.
The man's got chicken legs. He has chicken legs. He's the skinniest legs I've ever. We were watching him. My wife's like, "Oh my god, look at that guy's legs." I'm like, "Yeah, they're just toothpicks. He's just crazy tall, and he's crazy gifted. He doesn't have to be a dirtbag. Like he's a great player."
Yeah.
So this is OG's game log for the finals. Game 1, 31 minutes, 17 points, 3 rebounds. Game 2. Okay, sorry, it was just weird. Game 2, 37 minutes played, 17 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Game 3, 38 minutes played, 28 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist. Game 4, 41 minutes. So he only sat for 1 minute this whole game. 33 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block, which is the most important one of that whole thing.
Yeah.
The steal.
He's been unbelievable.
Yeah. And kudos to Mike Brown. I mean, he came in here with the exact same excitement as Joe Torre. I mean, that's the biggest comparison right now. Everybody did not want to see Buck Showalter go. They wanted to keep Buck Showalter. They did not want Joe Torre. And, I don't know if, like, everyone was as excited to keep Thibodeau around as they were Buck Showalter, but nobody wanted Mike Brown. But, I mean, hey, this guy now got him 1 game away from the finals. And the biggest
Jason
Kidd. Yeah. And the biggest difference between these coaches is, like, Thibodeau refused to go to his bench. Mike Brown is using his bench, like, arguably masterfully. I mean, he's getting a lot out of these guys who were on the team last year but completely ignored by Tom Thibodeau.
Yeah.
I mean, he had to play 3 centers last night. Not by choice, but he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was when they're bringing in the other guy. I'm like, oh, no. We're in trouble. We're bringing the guys I don't know their names, right? That guy that only plays the 4th quarter in these closeout games, like those players are like, oh, no. We're in big, big trouble.
I was like, was this guy on the team in San Antonio?
Right. But I will forgive all of our other teams that we all support, the dozens of teams that we all root for, if the Knicks win the championship. I will be great until 2027. I will be fine.
Yeah.
The Mets are a pathetic joke. We don't know what we're going to get out of our football teams this year. We really have no idea. I don't see great success, maybe improvement. Hockey, where's the improvement there? You know, the Red Bulls probably get in the playoffs and lose, so that's something to look forward to. But I will, and this is a soccer podcast, but I'm telling you, if the Knicks win the title, I am all set for the year. I am good. Ride it out.
Yeah.
Ride it out until next year. I am fine. I say that until football starts, then I'll be miserable again. But
yeah. Well, I mean, the Giants going to win the Super Bowl. John Harbaugh is going to take them 19-0 or whatever it is now, 20-0.
Absolutely, team is just bulletproof, unstoppable, healthy.
Yeah, Scottaboo's going to run for like 3,000 yards. You know, he's going to, after he scores a touchdown, he's going to go take a poop in front of Saquon Barkley against the Eagles. Yeah, Giants going to be super team.
The Jets are right there. I mean, we got Geno Smith coming back to the Jets, right?
That's true.
Backed up by Bailey Zapp. We got depth at QB for the first time in years. Like, come on.
Yeah,
it's going to be a pure New York Super Bowl, man.
It's going to be great when Geno gets punched in the again in the training camp.
Jay, how enraged were you when the Giants stole Odell Beckham away and signed him to a contract? That was quite earth-shattering for you.
Yeah, I was devastated. I had to go find a dark room and spend like an hour just by myself.
And like, damn it, where's Brandon Marshall when I need him? Oh, doing something crazy, probably.
Went to local parks out on a swing, and some kid's like, "Mommy, I want to go." And just leave the weird man alone. He looks sad.
If you say anything, it's going to take his shirt off and storm away somewhere. So just don't talk to him.
The goddamn Jets.
Jake, can you do me a favor? Can you hit me one more time?
The tip, it's gone! It's gone! It's gone!
Oh, God. Blessed. Whew. Whew. I kind of wish they played tomorrow. I think the Spurs like that 2 days off of rest. And I think they're super tired.
I didn't need any conflict, man. I'm all right with that.
Aside from the conflict, if there was no World Cup tomorrow, I would have loved it. It's just been like 1 day off back at it. That would have been. Now they're going to get an extra day of rest. I don't want them to be rested. I want them to be fucking tired. And I want the Knicks just to come in supercharged. And I think the Knicks should bring the Wu-Tang Clan down to San Antonio, too. Because that was clearly the turning point in that game as well. Because Wu-Tang let the Spurs know that the Knicks and them, nothing to fuck with. Wu-Tang.
So I don't know the guy's name, but one of the guys on Rich Eisen's show, one of his like guys in the studio. I guess it's an anniversary of Michael Jordan's flu game.
And they call this the
Woo game.
The Woo game. Mm-hmm. The Woo game.
Yep.
All I know is on Saturday night, there better not be any fucking celebrity evading the police for murder.
That's right. Everyone stay clean. Keep your noses clean. No trouble. No chases.
Tiger Woods,
nothing.
Tiger Woods, do not get behind the wheel. Do not get in a fucking car, Tiger.
Well, we already had our football player car chase for the year, right? Like a week or two ago, right? I forget his name, but I thought I heard something about that.
Oh, I don't know who that was. Who was that?
Hold on. I gotta look it up. I remember hearing something about some athlete car chase recently.
Was it an eagle? Or a buck? For some reason, I think it's an eagle or a buck.
Guys, I'm getting the cold stares from the cats. That means they're hungry. That's the problem. This is when they start to swarm.
I'm not going to find it that quickly. Thought I was going to. Could have sworn it was somebody. I think it was an Eagle player that did it.
Guys, you ever get stared at by a blind cat? But he's still like cutting a hole right through your soul.
Not blind, but yes.
It's been a while since I've had pets.
Yeah, they're fun. They're fun until you take them to the vet. Don't worry.
Yeah, that's true.
So do we want to do terrible team of the week or just skip it?
Terrible team of the week is the San Antonio Spurs, baby.
All right, hold on. I got to play it.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
There
Charles Barkley, you were there in the building when this happened. Jay, hit me one more time.
That's terrible.
No, hit me one more time.
The tip, it's gone! It's gone! It's gone!
Oh, man. Oh boy.
I guess that's gonna become a permanent on the soundboard.
Yes.
Unless somehow the Knicks fail to close out.
That's true. Yeah.
Don't you fucking dare, New York Knicks.
Don't you jinx it.
Fuck this up. I swear to God.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking mad.
Yeah, you can't
Sorry,
do what
Pat,
you did
you're not allowed
last
to watch
night.
this one.
That's true. I probably shouldn't. Like, I feel like because last night I feel like I must have reverse jinxed this thing. I probably should not watch Saturday night. If the USA makes the World Cup final, I'm just gonna have to be like, I can't watch it. You know,
I gotta go to bed. I gotta sleep. I gotta sleep for this. It's the only way they're gonna win.
Yeah, I gotta be asleep. Otherwise, we will all be sad.
No.
Okay, let's wrap this one up so we can all get out of here and Truman can feed his cat. Patreon.com/Red Bull Rant, $1 a month gets you exclusive content whenever we decide to do it. I want to thank our producers, Jeremiah Dempster, Steven Santos, Eddie Delecto. Thank you for supporting the show. Email us, redbullrant@gmail.com. Call us, 973-348-5229. Get your voice on the show like Taxi did tonight. Facebook.com/Red Bull Rant. On Blue Sky @Red Bull Rant. For the show at Dr. Stooch, myself at the Truman. Or Truman. I don't remember if you're on. Are you on Blue Sky, Pat?
I am absolutely not. No.
Okay. Instagram and Threads @Red Bull Rant for the show. At Dr. Stooch, myself at Truman2337. It's been a while since I read that one. So
237.
Okay. You have a public Instagram, Pat? I don't want to call you out if you don't have it.
No. I mean, it might be public if I actually start making content for this World Cup, which I haven't really decided if I am or not. But it's PMACDA2. I mean, if you want to request a follow and you don't look weird, if you don't have a link tree that says "Come check out my site," then all right, I might just accept you.
All right. Subscribe to our show via iTunes, YouTube Music, YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, pretty much anywhere you can find a podcast. Last words before we get out of here.
Pat, last words for you, sir.
Go USA. Come on. Be the golden generation everybody thought you were going to be.
My last words, again, right, we poo-poo the World Cup a lot, but of course we're all excited to watch it. I will definitely be sitting on my couch, getting excited, cursing and swearing. And then Saturday night, I will be back on my couch with the Jalen Brunson jersey, probably on the couch. I don't want to jinx it by wearing it, so we'll have it here. I want to celebrate a lot in the next few weeks. I want to fucking see a Knicks championship, and I want to see the U.S. win this group, and at least give us something to be proud of. Even if it's not winning the World Cup, put on a great show. That would be awesome. So go USA and fucking go New York, go.
All right. So for Pat, Truman, and myself, this has been episode 511 of the Red Bull Rant. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for tuning in. Go U.S. in the World Cup, and more importantly at the moment, let's go Knicks.
Bing bong.
Bang, bang.
We are the New York Knicks. 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 Say go New York, go New York, go. Go New York, go New York, go. Say go New York, go New York, go. Go New York, go New York, go. We're back on track on the floor, scoring Morris 94, and the Knicks are hardcore. And I'll tell you like this, we ain't never looked sharper. With Hubert, Bonner, Gray, and Harper, it's the Knicks, and we're back on pace. Everyone's gearing up for the championship race, and the fans are going crazy, and they're doing it for a reason. Cause 94 is the Knickerbocker season. You better believe the Knicks got all that takes. We're shooting three-pointers, and we're running fast breaks. And if your defense makes a mistake, then bam! Ewing dunks in your face. This is a team you don't want to miss. We are New York. We are the New York Knicks. Go New York, go New York, go. Go New York, go New York, go. Say go New York, go New York, go. Go New York, go New York, go. Say go New York, go New York, go. Go New York, go New York, go. So yo, bust it. All you hear is a swish. Threes by Starks and dunks by Smith. And no rebounds. If that's the case, we put Oakley and Mace in your face. We draw charges and we set picks. We are New York. We are the New York Knicks. Say go New York, go New York.